we are graphing inequalities. So just to review our symbols, this is our less than symbol, this is our greater than symbol, this is our less than or equal to symbol, and this is our greater than or equal to symbol. Now when we are graphing inequalities, we are graphing it with a point, but we are using either a closed circle or an open circle. So just like how when we have a number line, we graph a point on our number line, we're going to graph it with either a closed circle or an open circle. And we'll talk about that a little more once we start graphing, but our less than and greater than symbols are represented with what we call an open circle. And our less than or equal to and our greater than or equal to are represented with a closed circle. Okay, so let's start with an example. So here we have x is less than 6. So let's think of 3 values that would make this true. We have 5, 4, and 3. All of these are less than 6. So is 6 a solution to this inequality? No, it is not, because it is less than 6, not less than or equal to 6. It does not include 6. So we are going to use an open dot. Okay, we have our less than sign, so we're using an open dot. So if I have a number line, and I'm going to label each of my points on my number line, I'm going to draw an open dot on 6, and everything less than 6, I'm going to draw a line and then an arrow to show that it goes on forever and ever. Okay, so this open dot shows that I'm starting at 6, but it's telling me that 6 is not included in this graph. If I had a closed dot, it would show that 6 is included in this graph. Okay, let's look at our next example. So here we have x is greater than or equal to 3. So 3 values that would make this true. 3 is one of them. We also have 4 and we have 5. All of these values are either greater than or equal to 3. So 3 is a solution of this inequality. And we are going to need a closed dot. We can always refer back to our chart if we need to. So this is greater than or equal to, so it's going to be a closed dot. We want to make sure we label each hash mark on our number line. And 3 is going to be included. So we have 3 and everything greater than 3 is included. And of course we draw an arrow at the end to show that this line is going on forever and ever and ever. Let's do 2 more examples. So our third example, x is greater than 100. So 101, 102, and 103 are all included in that. So is 100 a solution to the inequality? No, it is not, because every solution is greater than 100. It does not include 100. So we are going to be using an open dot. So let's label our number line. It doesn't matter where we start or stop our number line, just as long as we're keeping consistent with our jumps, and we want to make sure we have the number that's in our inequality on there, and then the values that we're graphing, we want to make sure those are on there too. So 100, we are using an open dot to represent 100 or to graph 100, and then we are drawing a line for everything that is greater than 100. Okay. And our last example, x is less than or equal to 14. So 3 values that would make this true is 14, 13, which is less than 14, and then 12, which is also less than 14. 14 is a solution to this inequality, and we are going to use a closed dot. So let's label our number line. Okay, and we are using a closed dot on 14 because 14 is included in this graph, and then we are drawing a line for everything that is less than 14. And we draw an arrow to show that this goes on forever and ever and ever.